This video is about basic navigation between rooms in a game. You can find more on this in the video on using menus, which uses the same functionality. So in room 1, we move to the portal and jump to the next room. In room 2, we collide with the enemy and the level restarts. So assuming you've created more than one room in your game, the next task is to devise a mechanism to allow the player to move between rooms. In this case I've used a portal object in the shape of an arrow. Then all you need to do is set up a collision event between the player and the portal and add a go to next room action. This is handy if you have a series of levels that you expect to go through in sequence. If you use this option, it's best to check that another room exists, although you should aim not to put a portal in the last room. Sometimes you might decide to change the sequence, and this kind of thing gets overlooked. Alternatively, you could use the different room action, which requires you to name the room you want to navigate to. This can be useful if navigation won't be sequential, but obviously it will cause problems if you delete rooms. One thing you will need to do is put your player object in each room, at the point where you want them to start. Ideally you would start them at the same point in each room, where you might need to think about the player character's appearance. Is it noticeable enough? The first thing a player will need to do is locate the character that they're controlling, and if they have to search the whole screen for it, that can set them at a disadvantage, particularly if they have enemies bearing down on them. If you want to have the player restart the level if they die, you can use the restart the current room action, usually on a collision between the player and the enemy.